It's December 1936. Across the American Midwest, families are stringing up lights, baking cookies, and getting ready for the holidays. But outside, something is wrong. The sky is turning a strange, bruised color, and the wind is starting to howl. Meteorologists are glued to their instruments, watching with growing alarm as a colossal winter storm gathers its strength over the plains. This isn't just another December squall. This is a monster. Snow, ice, and winds strong enough to tear roofs off houses are barreling straight for the heart of the country. Little does anyone know, this storm is about to rewrite the rules for winter in America. By evening, the first signs of chaos are everywhere. Roads that were bustling just hours ago are now buried under impassable drifts of snow. Railway lines, the lifelines of the nation, are frozen solid. Entire towns are cut off, isolated islands in a sea of white. Farmers are in a desperate race against time, fighting through blinding snow to get their livestock into barns before they freeze to death. In one-room schoolhouses across the region, children are stranded. Their school buses are nothing more than metal sculptures encased in ice. Families gather around their fireplaces, listening to the wind rage outside, completely unaware of the true scale of the blizzard that is descending upon them. The situation is escalating fast. Railroad companies begin reporting that hundreds of trains are stalled, stranding thousands of passengers in the middle of nowhere. Then, the communication lines start to go down. The crackle of the radio fades to static, and the telephone lines go dead. In this sudden, enforced silence, communities are thrown back on their own resources. They have only their wits, their courage, and each other to survive the first brutal hours of the storm. As fragmented reports start trickling into government offices, a terrifying picture begins to emerge. Officials in Washington, D.C. realize this is no ordinary winter storm. It's a catastrophe of unprecedented size, and the country is completely unprepared. Emergency responders are deployed, but it's a mess. Different agencies aren't communicating. Resources can't get where they're needed, and the sheer scale of the blizzard overwhelms the system. This disaster is laying bare a critical weakness in America's modern infrastructure. The country has built sprawling cities, complex rail networks, and advanced communication systems, but it's all surprisingly fragile. The storm is a brutal wake-up call. It proves that while individual Americans are tough and can endure extreme weather, the nation as a whole is dangerously ill-equipped to handle a major crisis in the modern age. The system is failing, but where the system fails, people step up. Across the frozen Midwest, incredible stories of heroism begin to unfold. In small towns, neighbors band together, grabbing shovels to dig each other out of homes buried by snowdrifts up to the rooftops. They work for hours in the biting cold, their breath crystallizing in the air, refusing to leave anyone behind. Farmers, the backbone of the heartland, become unsung heroes. They hitch their strongest horses to sleighs and fire up their tractors, creating makeshift rescue teams. They plow through fields of deep snow, following faint cries for help to rescue families stranded in their cars or isolated farmhouses. Meanwhile, on the frozen railways, crews of workers wage a relentless war against the snow. They battle immense drifts, sometimes taller than the trains themselves, working day and night with shovels and plows to clear the tracks and get the trains moving again. Thanks to the quick thinking, bravery, and sheer stubbornness of ordinary people, a disaster that could have claimed thousands of lives is held at bay. In the aftermath, as the snow melts and the nation takes stock, it's clear that things have to change. The 1936 storm becomes a catalyst for a revolution in disaster planning. The federal government, shocked into action, begins to invest in better weather forecasting technology. The idea of early warning systems, something we take for granted today, really takes root here. Emergency communication protocols are standardized, ensuring that police, fire departments, and medical services can talk to each other during a crisis. The storm also forces engineers to rethink how America is built. Roads are redesigned to be less prone to drifting. Railways are better equipped for extreme cold, and bridges are reinforced. Perhaps most importantly, the blizzard raises national awareness. It teaches an entire generation that winter isn't just a season of picturesque snowfalls. It can be a deadly force of nature that demands respect and preparation. In many ways, the America we live in today, a country far safer and more resilient, was forged in the fires, or rather, the ice of that terrible winter. Today, when historians look back at the Great Midwest Storm of 1936, they see more than just a weather event. They see a turning point. What began as a brutal, destructive blizzard transformed into an incredible story of courage, community, and innovation. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes our greatest lessons are delivered by our harshest winters. Nature has a way of testing us, of pushing us to our limits, but in doing so, it also teaches us how to be stronger, smarter, and more resilient than we ever thought possible.